it going?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, here we are. Today, April
19th.
Good job. Not the 10th.
Not the 10th.
Good job. Marks my second year of sobriety. It's been another year, and a lot of things have changed in this last year. A year ago when I made my first video on my 1-year anniversary, I was actually living with Brooke, who is one of my best friends, and dating Alyssa, who lived 1,100 miles away in West Palm Beach, Florida. At this point, we had been dating for 3 months. We had no idea what the future had in store for us, if we were going to be doing long distance for a long time, or what was going to be happening there. We continued to pray daily at that point for an opportunity to open up, whether she was going to move up here, or really that was the only thing we were praying for, because I wasn't going to Florida because I don't like Florida. It's too hot and
That's okay.
Ugh, I don't like the beach that much. But it was about 5 months of praying pretty much every day, every night before bed, over the phone or on Skype, that Alyssa actually ended up losing her job down in Florida, and she said to me, I honestly think this is God giving us an opportunity to get me up there, and I think it's the right time to do it. So over the next couple weeks, as we were planning on how do we get Alyssa up here and how do we make all this happen, where's she going to stay, there was a lot of back and forth of, I don't want to leave my mom.
That's
I don't want
not my voice.
Sorry. She's at... Pretty much she said, I don't want to leave, my home. I don't want to take Ollie out of the school that he's in. I'm just not sure if I can come up there. And just through more prayer and through more encouragement, we just got to a point where Alyssa said, let's go ahead and do this. This is what, God has opened up for us. Let's make this happen. So it was sometime in September that I bought a plane ticket to go to West Palm Beach. I flew down there, started loading up that night a 26-foot rental truck with all of her apartments, everything, including the cinder blocks for the flowers.
You didn't bring the cinder blocks.
You wanted to. And the next day, left with her, Oliver, a cat that I still don't like that much, and started driving 1,100 miles to get back to the Northeast. So anyway, we got up here. Alyssa ended up staying with some friends of mine, stayed there for a few weeks, and then from there we transitioned her into the place that I was staying at. I transitioned out of there, which allowed her and Oliver to stay there, and everything was going well. She ended up getting a job at this point, so we were both working full-time, and then out of the blue, just a few weeks later, we were told that her, Oliver, and the cat and all of their stuff, including the other people that were living at the house and all of their stuff, had to be out of that house within 6 days. So after having made 2 moves in just, 6 weeks, here we are realizing we have to move her and Oliver again in 6 days. And the next morning, we said, we really need to figure this out because now we have 5 days and we have no idea what we're going to do here. So we actually started looking into the newspaper, looking for apartments, looking for houses, just really trying to figure out what we were going to do because we had no idea. And so sure enough, we decided to pray together, and the prayer went something very similar to this, which was, God, we can't do this. We can't make this happen. There's no way that we can physically move all these things, find a place, we can't do this. We need you to help us. Please make it happen. Amen. That was it. And, again, we were both working full-time jobs, and we had 1 weekend to make this happen. We just weren't sure. So in the paper that morning, we ended up finding an ad for a half double that all it said was $475 a month, 3 bedrooms. Those are the only details. So we call up the number. The guy tells us to stop by around lunchtime. So we say, all right. We end up taking a drive to the place at lunchtime. We walk in. It's this big half a double. It's almost 1,700 square feet.
Basically a townhouse for anyone who doesn't know what a half double is, because I didn't know what a half double was.
Basically a townhouse for people who aren't from here, I guess. So we walk in, we talk to the guy, we decide, hey, we're going to take it. Everything about this place, the size, the price, there was no lease, it's month to month, everything just seemed to make sense. And we can see right there just how much God was working in this situation. And so we go, we get the money to come back and give them the security deposit. And sure enough, after we give them the money, just 2 or 3 minutes later, there were two other people who showed up who were supposed to be here before us to secure the place. So just right there, it just showed just how much God had favor over us in this whole situation, just how much He answered that prayer just from hours before, where we said, "We can't do this. We need you to make this happen," and He did. However, there was one little thing that we were still needing to figure out with this place. It was completely unfurnished. Not a single appliance, not even a stove, just some counter space, and not even much at that. So again, we said, all right, well, we have a place, but we need appliances, we need furniture. What do we do? Why don't we pray? And sure enough, we prayed some more. And wouldn't you know, in just 3 days, 3 short days after we secured this place, not only did we have every major appliance that we needed, we had a kitchen table, we had a new bed for Oliver, we had a couch, we had everything we needed, and it was all completely free. So through just like desperate prayer, God answered that in a way that exceeded anything that we could have expected in that moment. So it was just really incredible to see how God provides in all things, even through that. So when I look back at this last year, there were a lot of times that I was just unsure of what was going to happen, how we were going to get them up here, where we were going to be living, pretty much how anything was going to happen, how we're going to have the money to make these moves. 3 moves in 8 weeks, trucks kept getting bigger, and I didn't know how it was going to work out.
You hate moving.
Man, we hate moving. Hate moving. But sure enough, through it all, and we can look back now and just see how God worked every single thing out. So we went from dating to, well, I guess we're still dating. But
we're engaged.
Engaged is different than dating. So we're engaged now. So that's cool. And we're getting married June 4th, which is really, really exciting and really, really soon. And once we get married, I'll actually adopt Oliver and make him and officially make him my son, not stepson, because I don't like that word, but he'll be my son. So just a lot of really, really incredible things that I would have never expected have happened in this last year. And it's just blown us both away, just how good God has been through everything. Not only has God allowed me to fall in love with Alyssa and lead this family, He's also used me and continues to use me just at work in my daily life. There's been situations that I've witnessed where I have coworkers who were at a point that they were so disconnected from the idea of God, feeling that He hated them, that they did something wrong that caused them to be in the situations they were in. And just through months of genuine and care and love for these people, and not to the point of, hey, you need to get to church, we need to figure out your life so we can get it all better, but just genuinely, wanting friendship with them and wanting to help them in their struggles and meet their needs in any way that I could, any way that we could. I saw these attitudes change, where these people went from, God hates me, to I'm praying to God. I don't think I'm doing it right, but I'm praying to God. And then even going as far as coming and checking out church and just thanking me numerous times for that. So I say all that just because God has taken someone who sucked so bad and continues to suck in a lot of things. I'm still not good at a lot of things, including like this whole dad and family thing. I'm trying, but I'm just not that great. But yet He still uses me in the midst of all that, just to help other people. And He continues to provide my needs and, both of our needs. Few reasons I wanted to record this video. Last year when I did my full year of sobriety, there was an incredible positive response to that whole video. It had over 2,000 views in just 3 or 4 days. It had tons of shares on Facebook. I had people on Facebook messaging me. I had people coming up to me at church and just at work saying, hey, I saw your video and this is what it meant to me. This is what I'm stuck with right now. This is the addiction that I feel I'm never going to get out of, but this video gave me hope. Or, hey, I have a family member who's dealing with this and this has given me so much hope. So thank you for that. So it's just been incredible to see that God has given me the strength and courage to be able to share my story, but just how much He's used my hopelessness to give hope to other people. Um, it's been 2 years. It's been 730 days. It's been 17,520 hours and 1,051,200 minutes since I decided to make the scariest decision of my life and change who I had become by breaking the chains of addiction that I had for so long. Even at this point in my life, it's still a minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day choice that I, have to stay away from the same things that kept me trapped for so long. Um, Through God, I am a new creation. He continues to change me and mold me. But 730 days ago, when I made this decision to die to that lifestyle, I found new life in Him. You'll never hear me define myself as an alcoholic. You'll never hear me define anyone else as an alcoholic or whatever struggle that they have. None of us are what keeps us trapped or what struggle we have. We all have the chance at new life, and we all have the chance, to break those chains, the things that just keep us there. I still suck, like I said, in a lot of things.
No.
Thanks. But in all I do, I look to God, and He just continues to take care of each and every one of my needs. Even with my new long hair, He still just loves me for who I am. And it doesn't matter what my past is or was or, what my addictions used to be. I am new, and that's not me anymore. And the great thing is He can do the same for you if you let Him.